Welcome back, Pride Nation, to another Field Review podcast show where we talk all things Detroit Lions. Oh man, let me tell y'all something. I'm probably gonna piss off a few people today, but I'm gonna ask that you not only not get upset with me, that you take the time to just think outside the box with me, okay? And the reason I want you to do this is because I already know what I'm about to hear. So I got a few topics I got to hit on, and I know what's finna go on. At the top of the hour, what we're going to talk about is obviously the Penn State Pro Day. Got to talk about that. You know what I mean? We're going to talk a little bit more about Jared Goff. We're going to talk a little bit about the offense, the defense, this free agency, and a host of other things. And then also, I'm gonna hit on your questions. So just want to get you prepared. All right. Don't kill me. Okay. Don't kill me. Let me do my best to do this. We got Joey 2 times in the building. Ghost Gunners in the building. We got One Pride 40 in the building. We got Steve-O in the building. D-Town is in the building. Let's see. Rich Law, Don Burr. I'm going to go through all of these. See. Make sure I ain't missing nothing now. Go Lions. Make sure I ain't missing nothing. It's about all right, here we go. People. I don't know if y'all heard this today, but apparently 2 Penn State players, one being a DN, the other being a linebacker, did something that got the world going, ooh, ah. And it had me thinking, right? It had me thinking because I already saw it coming. The moment I looked at my direct messages and saw the things that I saw, I said, I knew this was coming. Apparently, Micah Parsons ran a 4.39. Okay. And the other guy, I'm not even finna try to botch his name because, you know, what y'all not going to do is embarrass me today. All right. I know it's Jason. I got that much. Oh, wait. I'll try it. Damn it. If I mess it up, it is what it is. Apparently, he ran a 4.3 something, right? And the first thing that happens, right on schedule, are Lions fans lighting up my message boards and stuff with, oh, man, I changed my mind, man. We got to take Parsons, and we got to take my man in the second round. And so I was like, off of the 40. And like, yeah, man, he ran it. It's official, blah, blah, blah. I'm telling you. Okay. What up, though, Steven? All right. Here we go. So stay with me now, y'all. I went back after that on my lunch break, and I watched as much film as I could find. And I'm going to issue a challenge to you as Lions fans before you go nuts over a 40-yard dash. The first question I want you to ask yourself is, who in the hell was impeding him from running? Right? Was he being chased? It's a straight line. All right? That's the first part. 2, go and find me one piece of footage where it looked like either of them two run a 4.3 any damn thing. You mean to tell me all these people at Penn State running a 4.3? Show me some footage of a guy who runs a 4. You know what? Listen, people. I got a woosah. I said I wasn't going to do it. I got over 40 messages. 40 freaking messages that's basically had people telling me we got to take him because he ran a fast 40. These the same people who complained to me that Jared Davis can't cover. This is what they said. He can't cover. Now, if you're looking at this message on the screen, it's because he's getting to my point and he beat me to it. But because he ran a 4.39, coverage skills don't matter. What's the point of being fast, quote unquote, if you can't cover nothing? Right? Like it's like having a fast receiver who can't catch. Who cares? Like all these fast people that return balls, and it's the ones who are shiftiest who gets the most returns and touchdowns, right? So I want y'all to stay with me on this because it's no way. It's just no way. There is no film that I found at all. No way. Steve will say half the damn team ran a 4.4 today. Come on now. Let me tell you. I'm finna show you how the media works. I'm finna show you how things work behind the scenes. Here's a guy who's getting dragged through the mud, and it's in at an organization who's already been dragged through the mud. Penn State has, right? He's getting dragged through the mud. How else can I get people buzzing? Oh, I'm gonna talk about his 40. You got people like Devontae Smith refusing to run, and everybody killing him because he refusing to run. But I can look on film and see he fast. I can't find one clip where I saw a 4.3 runner from number 28 or number 11. I didn't see it. I just didn't see it. I tried my best. And I got blew up because they ran 4 whatever. Help me make it make sense, people. I got people now telling me the Lions would be stupid to pass on a linebacker as big as Parsons who runs a 4.3 and you sitting up there, you can get him. You know who else need defensive help? The Falcons. Let them take him. Here's a guy who could be in some serious trouble. He could not be. But because he ran a fast 40, I'm getting told we got to take him at 7. Why? Because he ran fast? Usain Bolt run fast. I ain't heard nobody say put him at quarterback, put him at running back, put him at corner, put him at safety. They play with the idea of playing receiver, but guess what? Can he catch? Can he run routes? And all of a sudden, here come Penn State. Where according to Steve-O, and I believe him, because Steve-O generally do his research, half the damn team ran a 4.4. No way, bro. Who was the people with the clocks? Who hired them? I don't even believe Parsons run a 4.4, bro. I swear. Okay, you know what? I'm trying my best. I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to lose it today. We got a lot to cover. I'm not going to lose it. But I just want y'all to understand how crazy this is. All right? Stay with me, y'all. Just stay with me. Okay? All right. He ran a 4.39. This is what they're saying. Right? And we fans love to see people run in shorts. You go and show me film where he looks faster than Luke Kuechly. Show me film. Somebody point me in a direction where you can show me film where he looks faster than Luke Kuechly. Okay? Show me film. Now, I'm asking that because Luke Kuechly ran a 4.58. And Luke Kuechly looked way faster than Parsons. Show me film where he looks faster than Patrick Willis. Show me film. And Patrick Willis ran a 4.51. Right? I'm just trying to show y'all how this works. All right? We fall in love with the stupidest stuff. Show me film. Anybody, I don't care who you is, just point me in the right direction. Show me film where it looked like he ran a 4.3 and Bobby Wagner ran a 4.4. If you notice, I did this in descending order so y'all could understand the comparisons that they're trying to say. They're trying to say that Micah Parsons is faster than Luke Kuechly, Bobby Wagner, and Patrick Willis. Hell no. No. There was nothing I saw in film that said that he runs that damn fast. Nothing. Chris Casbar said, I run a 4.39 to the dinner table. Someone draft my fat butt. I mean, talk about it, man. Talk about it. Who are the people clocking this? If he had went to the combine, I'm just being honest, where I can physically, and the sad part is when they showed him running, I was like, That's a 4.3. I seen Mario Williams run a 4.3. I said, now that looked fast for him. He was huge. But these other dudes, that's a 4.3. Come on, bro. Help me make it make sense. Steve will say Patrick Willis pro day time was a 4.31. I don't believe pro days. They got him listed according to NFL.com. They got Patrick Willis listed as a 4.51. Now think about this. From a 4.51 official at the combine, he improved his time to a 4.31. I mean, y'all better stop playing with me. Don says, go watch him against Ohio State. Bet. Say less. say less. I'm not even looking for you. You ain't even got listen. You ain't say less. I'm finna go right now while still talking to you. I'm finna multitask, and I'm telling you, this man don't run that damn fast. Okay, I'm telling you. Let me go ahead and look at him in Ohio State, bruh. I'm okay. If they wouldn't have blocked me and taken my stream down, I will show you this. What I just saw. I will show you what I just saw. Okay. I will show you. And I wish I could, but I can't because they're going to block me and shut me down for at least 3 months for streaming content I should not be streaming. Now I got sent to go to Ohio State game. Bruh, if you're going to look at Shaquem Griffin, he looked it faster. He looked like he ran that. Bruh, 28 did not look like he ran no 4.3. Parsons didn't like, and why do we as fans get so caught up in this? Why? It's not about the speed, people. It's technique. I'm sitting up here. I'm chillaxing. But I promise you, I'm sitting there saying to myself, there's no way he ran that speed. I'm watching it with my eyes, and I'm like, Look at this. So you telling me he ran just as fast as Calvin Johnson? Man, talk to him. You can hate me now, Mackenzie. Talk to him. Hey, bruh, stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. You talking about a DN who ran a 4.3? Okay. Let me breathe. The people want us to believe that a DN who has very limited pass rush moves, very limited, a DN who's not all that great in getting off blocks, who I've seen on film get outran, now runs a 4.3. He must have had the wind right behind his ass. I don't understand it. I'm just saying. Look at this. Motown Football says if Parsons run a 4.3, then Jock runs a 4.1. Talk to him. I'm doing this because I know for a fact that I was going to get these questions, and I want to address it early on so we can nip this in the butt. Those numbers are liars. And I can say that because my eyes tell me so. So am I going to believe somebody who would have watched in an agenda or my lying eyes? I'm believing my lying eyes. Why? Because I'm telling you, I've seen plays where, I'm going to be honest with you, from snap to the backfield, he probably can get there pretty quick. Not going to knock him on that. In Parsons I'm talking about. But I'm watching film on 28, Jason, and he's not even the first one off the snap. But he running a 4.3? Okay. All right. And then, let's talk about it. D-Map Zoom said, what's going on, Luke? Sorry I'm late to the stream. You here, though. That's all that matters. Appreciate you for being here. My thing that I'm having an issue with is this. I had too many people hit me up saying that we got to take this guy. I'm telling you, this is a good point right here by Go Lions. He said that's why Brad Holmes said 40 speed is not all real game speed. You are not often asked to run in a straight line with no contact. Nope. Because when I watched the games, I didn't see 4.3. I didn't see. Nah. I think Josh Allen looked faster than Parsons and Jason. I think he looks faster. Hands down. Now, this is not me just trying to be critical. This is me saying, listen, let's keep it a buck 50 right now, right? And be honest about what's going on. They are slanting the media. The media they're slanting it so we can get crazy and go nuts. I'm so happy that we got a new front office. If they go out and get Micah Parsons, it's because they believe he could be the linebacker they need. But let's be honest, that man don't run no 4.3. I'm just saying. I'm with you, Chris. He said, I trust the game speed over anything. I can't trust this. They got an agenda. He was getting dragged through the mud. There was even talks that he may not even get taken in the first round because people are concerned about the allegations made against him. I don't know what Barry ran. I think Barry might have ran something less than 4.3 though. I don't know. I can look it up. I don't know what Barry ran. I feel like Barry ran a 4.5 in my opinion. Could be wrong. They say he ran a 4.37. Shh. It's according to Google. If it's on Google, it gotta be real, right? It gotta be real. I mean, cool. So apparently he runs just as fast as Barry. This is ridiculous. I'm supposed to buy into this hype. And I'm telling y'all this right now. If y'all as football fans, forget the Lions, scratch the Lions. Because the first thing I'm going to try to do going forward is get y'all to understand, be fans of football first. Okay? Be fans of football first. Forget the Lions and all that. But as a fan of football, I'm telling you, I watch the game speed. I'm telling you that he don't run a 4.3. It's just no way. And so I had to open it up with that because I had so many people hit me up like, Luke. I'm like, what up, though? Luke, did you saw Parsons ran a 4.3? I said, he did what? He ran a 4.3. I said, let me see that video. They sent me the video, and I was like, oh, hell no. No, 4.3 my butt. Yeah, okay. He wasn't even long stride. Nah, bro. Nah, stop playing with me. Teams are using GPS data trackers that players are wearing more than counting on the 40 times. Now, from my understanding, the GPS tracker is to try to measure your speed in terms of miles per hour and all the other stuff. But let's say they are using that. I believe that even a blind squirrel gets a nut. I'm telling you, that man don't run no 4.3. I'm telling you. And I'm not knocking him. He don't run a 4.3, bro. It's not happening. That's all it is. It's literally hype for this player because they want that press. All right. Shout out to he said, yo, what's up? Long time listener, just changed the name, was JoJo Burns. Hey, well, okay. Well, welcome, man. What's up, though? He said, I'm glad you're here, man, because I'm trying to bring it into a point where we can understand what's going on. I just had to spend this time on this so y'all can understand before y'all start sending me stuff talking about Parsons. Understand and ask yourself, you telling me this man run faster than Calvin Johnson, Barry Sanders, Luke Kuechly? You watch film, you tell me he looks faster than all of that. Okay. I found one clip where the running back got a pitch and he took an angle and just never got back in the fight. Maybe the running back ran a 4.2. I don't know. What the hell? But him and Jason do not run a 4.3. I have never seen a day like today where Penn State got the fastest athletes in all of NCAA. On defense, man. No, stop playing with me. Right. Can you shed a blocker? Nope. Don't make sense. Don't make no sense. I'm just telling you. Since Barry ran that 40 before they laser timed it, Barry is probably low 4.4. I mean, like I said, we went by Google. I gotta respect Google. Google said he ran a 4.37. I don't think that was true, but whatever. But to think that this guy who's bigger than Barry, who was 5'8", 200 pounds, this guy is bigger than Barry. Big 4.3. Okay, now let's get to this next question, people. This is ridiculous. I want to nip that in the butt. I saw this on Good Morning Football, and the question came up: do Jared Davis have to be the Detroit Lions savior? And I thought long and hard about this because I had to ask myself, what does the savior mean? And it dawned on me that this is stupid. Okay, because I think that's what most fans are looking for, the savior. And I think that if you look at not Jared Davis, Jared Goff, if you look at Jared Goff, you would know that not only should he not be considered for the savior, but in all honesty, you don't want the quarterback at all ever to be the savior. Let's be honest. This team should go through the run game and defense. The only person on this team that should ever be considered the savior should be the head coach, the general managers, the people who make the big decisions and put people in positions to win. If this organization is going to have a savior, it's going to be Dan Campbell. And if Dan Campbell can't get it done, then guess who else failed? The general manager. The football guys who are supposed to be making football decisions. There's a fail across the board. But the reality is that there's no reason for this to be the talk. And the fact that they're doing this is because they brought up that most Lions fans hate them already. And they brought up that most Lions fans are looking for a quarterback to be the savior. And I thought about it, and they're right. Lions fans are looking for a savior. We thought we found it in Calvin Johnson at the Barry. And then we thought we found it again in Stafford. And now people don't want it. They don't want Goff to be the savior. But the only person who should be the savior is the head coach. Just saying. This is the reality. This is the reality. And so to me, if you're telling me that Jared Goff is your savior, or are you saying that he ain't the savior, right? Either way it goes, if the word savior and Goff is in the same sentence, you're wasting energy. Patrick Mahomes was not Kansas City's savior. Yeah, I said that. I ain't trying to piss nobody off. I'm just trying to talk facts. Patrick Mahomes was not Kansas City's savior. They was winning 11 games with Alex Smith. That's all it was. Yeah, I know they ain't go to the Super Bowl, Luke. They ain't win the Super Bowl. He sucked in the Super Bowl, and that team still won. Both Super Bowls. And they still won. The reality is the savior comes from leadership, from the top on down. And the moment we get that part together, we good. We straight. We don't have to ask for anything else. Like Stewart just said, you need a complete team to be the savior, not one guy. It's a joke. I'm asking him not to mess up. That's it. You got people talking about, oh, he had like this another thing I got to point out because this ticked me off. All these articles I'm reading, and they talking about what really happened with Jared Goff and McVay. I don't want to hear that crap. All of a sudden, KG don't want to be a Lion no more, and the rap is that he's late to meetings and don't work hard. Where was that talk at when he was here? We get a new head coach, and they want to bring up stuff that happened 40 years ago that they was acquitted of. I don't want to hear that trash. Now they want me to believe that, Jared Goff can't read defenses. We ain't hear nothing about no problem reading defenses when they was on their way going to a Super Bowl, but now he can't read defenses. This is what I'm trying to point out, that the level in which we are putting the expectation is not meeting up to what is really in front of us. It's just not. You think the Dallas Cowboys said we got Troy Aikman, we done? No. They made it efficient on every level. Y'all remember how John Elway was balling out there, killing them softly until he got a run game. Then it got different. His game went to the next level. And the reality is that a lot of these stories are coming out now because he's a Lion. If Goff had went to any other team, you'd have heard nothing but praise and glory. And he would have been considered the savior there. And they would have been the favorite for this and the favorite for that. But because he came to Detroit, he can't read defenses. The head coach in him had conflict constantly where he grew angry over and over. I'm not buying into this crap. And the only reason I'm not buying into it is because I can care less of whatever happened over there. Because I watched some of them games, and I'm telling you, there were games where I was asking, why is the head coach still throwing the ball in games you got the lead? You went to the Super Bowl because you ran the ball to death. Why not go and get another running back to assist so you can keep it in that way? Nope, you didn't do that. But now he's a Lion. And so now, because he's a Lion, every bad thing about him come out. He eats trans fat. Okay? He don't like animes. His favorite food is potato chips. They gonna bring out everything. He hasn't had a manicure or a pedicure in years. Why? Because he's a Lion. I mean, Joey, 2 times. Look, you know we're gonna hear for a while. But let's talk about Jared Goff. And let's talk about this idea of expectations. And when I look at where we are as an organization, they're building it so it's not on Jared Goff. Y'all ain't paying attention? Who did we sign that's a big name free agent? I'll wait. Who? We're not doing this. We're building this thing for foundational build. And what that means is you're trying to get pieces that can come in here and say, I have a chance to make it and be something here. This is crazy to me. The only reason you're seeing this kind of media slander is because he's a Lion. And the truth is this. Let's say he can't read defenses, right? Rex Grossman. I'm gonna say it again, y'all. Y'all miss me sometimes when I say this. Rex Grossman. You telling me that he ain't better than Rex Grossman? Rex freaking Grossman. If Trent Dilfer got to a Super Bowl and won, Brad Johnson got to a Super Bowl and won, and you know what? Matter of fact, they was not asked to be the savior. Let's go and look at Brad Johnson. And the only reason I bring up Brad Johnson because I do like the Buccaneers. Right? Let's look at Brad Johnson. Okay. I believe they won that in 2004? Right? That's when they won that Super Bowl? 2000, what was that? Let me see. When did they win that damn Super Bowl? I'm going to figure this out real quick. Y'all just bear with me. Because sometimes I don't think we understand. I don't think we get it. All right, here we go. All right, good people. Now, stay with me on this. Do y'all realize that the Bucs, a team that many people wrote off until they saw it, that team won with a guy who wasn't even asked to throw the ball more than half of the season? And we worried about if he can read this and read that and do this other stuff. Come on, man. Get a dude a chance here. I'm tired of this not allowing a person to take a snap and then throwing them to the wolves, burying them before he even had a chance to take a breath. This makes no sense. And then what happens is, which is true, sports game is true. To be fair, most of the Good Morning Football panel did disagree with that statement. They did. But the point is they had to ask the question because they see what the fans is talking about. I'm trying to show people that you cannot pay attention to this false media. This whole show is showing you what the false media is doing. Like the linebacker and DN who now runs 4.3s. Right. That happened. Come on now. I think they had another question. It got me to think about it. If you were looking at the Detroit Lions right now, who is the superstar on the offense? Who is it? Now, if any of you say that it's Swift, I'm not gonna kill you on it. If any of you say that, it's going to be Goff, I'm not gonna argue with you. If some of y'all say it's gonna be a rookie, I'm not gonna argue with you. But the superstar on our damn team is a center, Frank Ragnow, on the offense. And the reason a superstar should be on the offensive line is because they are going to directly make the difference in what happens in games. If you can't block, you're going to have a rough day. Go and talk to Patrick Mahomes. Just saying. You know, Brady is the savior in Tampa. Okay. The way that defense is playing, okay. The way they was running the ball, okay. You want to tell me about the rankings? That's what I'm saying. You got to make sure that the person just don't hurt you. That's it. So I thought I'd ask the question about the defense. Who on defense is the superstar? And they got more complex here at this point. Because I don't think there isn't one. I don't think there's a superstar on defense. And I don't really care if there is or if there isn't. What I do care about is can they work together as a unit? But the media would have you believe that we need a superstar on offense and defense. And I go through all the teams who got superstars. I mean, look, if you're being honest, the Cardinals should be the favorite to win the NFC North outside of the Bucs. And I'm going to tell you why. Look at their receiving core. First of all, you got AJ Green, D-Hop, Andy Isabella. I mean, that team is not even fair. The tight ends is good. The receiving core good. Kyler Murray cannot fail in this. The running backs is good. Offensive line is decent. Defense, you got talent upon talent upon talent over there. They should be the favorite. But watch what's going to happen. All you're going to be hearing about is, oh, this person is okay. Yeah, this person, they ain't do this. And the reality is because 9 times out of 10 people is that most of the time that the Lion fan base is looking at something is because we do the same thing that kids do. How many of y'all as kids used to always feel like you had that one freaking friend who got everything he wanted, every toy that you like, he had it first, every video game you wanted to play, he had it first. Some of y'all had cousins in y'all family that every time you looked up, everything you want, they got. And then y'all became adults, and those people are crackheads and criminals. Those people ain't doing nothing. You're succeeding in life. How many of y'all been in that boat? I'm just saying. I'm calling the spade a spade. They'll never build a statue in Tampa. He didn't even bring them their first Super Bowl. I'm just saying. Go and look at it. Y'all think I'm playing. How many of y'all have literally looked up and it's always that person? This is what we do as Lions fans. We turn around and we be like, oh, it looks so much better over there. We got to go and get that guy. right? We got to go get that guy. There's a move that I think the Lions should explore, but they won't do it. And I think it can happen. I think you can get this person maybe at best for a 5th or 4th round pick. But I don't think it'll happen. But I would have traded for Sony Michel. Because he ain't getting used right over there in New England anyway. Just pointing this out. He said, you just described my childhood minus the crackhead part. I'm just saying, it's some spoiled people who didn't turn out to be what they said they were, because a lot of times fake news tell you something different. It's the ones who work the hardest, the ones who come together, who work with other people, that you see the most success in. You hear stories about John Randall, who used to live in a damn hut. So nobody told himself, I'm going to work harder than everybody else till I get me and my family out of this hut. They didn't even have a bedroom. It was literally a front door, a back door, the kitchen with a front room. That was his hut. These are the stories that we're talking about. But we as Lions fans always want to find the next best person, and that's not how we should. That's not how we get this done. That's not how this works. It's just reality. And I'm telling you right now, temper them expectations. And when I mean temper, I mean be realistic with yourself. Look at the opponents. Look at the rosters. Which brings me to my next point. Today, the Chicago Bears came out and announced that Andy Dalton is their starting quarterback. No training camp. No reason for him to. Andy freaking Dalton is your answer. Right? Andy freaking Dalton is your answer. We complaining about Jared Goff. Take a second to sit in that and be appreciative. Could you imagine the Lions went out and signed Andy Dalton after trading Stafford and said he was a starter? This city of burned buildings. We would literally burn buildings, break windows, and flip cars if that happened. No competition. No need to challenge. Forget that y'all traded for Nick Foles. We're not even gonna worry about that. Here we are with a guy who hadn't even took a snap, and we want him gone already. You don't think the Bears won't? You don't think the Bears would love to have Jared Goff? But what does the media do? They go and give you all these bad stories. They said that, he didn't have a problem because he didn't work hard and all the other stuff. He just didn't know. Really, he went through all these years, high school, middle school, high school, college, and now the pros, not knowing how this thing worked, and he just succeeded. Damn. Wait till somebody teach him. Right? I mean, let's be honest. If he did all that and didn't know how to do what he was doing, wait till somebody teach him. I'm just saying. I mean, just let's be honest. This team is different, people. I want to make sure I hit on y'all questions because I got a lot of things I got to get done today. So if you got questions, put them in the chat. Are you buying into the belief that Penn State has all the fastest defensive players? All them people ran a 4.4. You buying into that? I mean, I'm just saying. I mean, listen, the sports gamer gave you the whole emotional roller coaster. Reached on Mitch, traded for Foles, tried to get Stafford, tried to get Watson, tried to get Wilson, ended up with Andy Dalton. He's the starter. You can't make that stuff up. Just saying. Food for thought. Are you buying the belief that Michael Parsons run a 4.3? That he's just as fast as Calvin Johnson? But he's faster than these other people. I'm not buying it. Are you buying the fact that Goff has to be the savior? And that we need a superstar on offense and defense? Are you buying into that as a fan base? because I'm not. Stewart had to say, who should they draft at 7? Slater out of Northwestern. He gives you the most bang for your buck, and I'll tell you why. He's a guy that can play both guard positions, that can play both tackle positions, and can play center. Well, Luke, why do you think he can play both tackles, both guards, and center? Everybody loves Chase Young. What did he do against him? Nothing. Go and look at the top pass rushers against Slater. Even when they thought they won, they lost. Take an offensive lineman. If Slater is sitting up there, or if Slater get taken and Sewell is there, then take Sewell. Or Sewell, how you pronounce his name. Take him. Right? That makes the most sense to me. What's good? Cap Ice Cold. Let me see. What else we got? Yes, add a pinch of good coaching, throw in Slater at 7, draft the linebacker, wide receiver, strong safety, and they might be a surprise. I'm just telling you. Don't take much. They ain't too far behind. They're getting the foundational work set up. Just saying. Let's keep going. Does Goff have the arm to justify all the speed receivers Lions have signed? Yes, he do. Because you got to understand what they're using them speed receivers for. They're going to use them to lift the defense so he can hit the stuff underneath. They're not asking him to drop bombs out here. That was something that they asked Stafford to do because he had that rocket. I'm not looking for you to drop bombs. The longer the ball is in the air, the higher chance you have for error. I'm going to say it again. The longer the ball is in the air, the higher chance you have for errors. It's just a fact. To give you the highest percentage for the least amount of errors, you turn around and hand it off. How often does somebody get in the backfield to swipe the handoff? I mean, a lot can happen with that ball in the air. The wind can blow just a little bit to the left. Ask kickers. So, yes, I do think he has to earn to do it. I'm not acting like he gonna wow you, but I've seen worse quarterbacks get the ball down the field. Cap Ice Cold says, I don't like pro days, but Parsons was fun to watch. See, told you. Listen, Cap Ice Cold, I'm not buying he ran a 4.3. I watched a lot of games of him. No. Go Lions, they trade back first. I'm with that. I'm with that. Let me see. I wonder how our offense is going to look next season. Hopefully it don't continuously go 3 and out like last season and then only get garbage time stats. I don't know what garbage time stats are. I hate that term. A stat is a stat. And if you are, let's put it like this. For example, right? Like, if you are in a race and you start off slow or you trip and you fall and you get up and you keep running and you win, is they going to say you had a garbage time win because you failed? No. You're trying to fight to get yourself back into it. Or if you're in a boxing match and a person dropped you the first 2 rounds, but you knock them out in the 4th, ain't nobody going to say, oh, that's a garbage time knockout. like I don't, so I'm not with the garbage time thing, because what is garbage time? Garbage time is only usually reserved, in my opinion, for teams with the lead. Like if I got like a super duper lead and I'm just piling on, it's garbage. Who cares? Be ready. I'm trying to make sure I get this right. It's be ready at. I probably messed that all up. I ain't finna play with no rhyme. I tried. I'm sorry. He says I can't answer those questions till after the draft, but Holmes gets a strong A from me so far. It's about building up the work. So Campbell talking to Parsons means nothing. No, it doesn't mean nothing. You are in an evaluation process from a team who just got done going through 3 years of pure hell and trash. You talk to every damn body. Talk to Parsons, talk to his mother, talk to the man on the corner. You talk to every damn body. Call up Luke, call up One Pride 40. Everybody get talked to. We trying to build a team here. Leave no stone unturned. If you lost your wallet, you ain't gonna say to yourself, "Oh, I ain't going to look in the car." What the heck? No, everything get checked. Or let somebody in your house come up stolen. Everybody in that mud is a suspect. You leave no stone unturned. I'm not saying it don't mean nothing. What I'm saying is that he don't run a 4.3, and the Lions, if they're considering him, they better be considering him as a late round pick. Now, if they deem him to be worthy of a top 7 pick, that's going to be seen, because he's going to get charged with having to show that he's that player. Just saying. I'm trying to put it in perspective. I'm trying to change the view of the people so y'all can understand that it's got to be a little bit different. Looney Tune says, you think we going to draft a D tackle later in the draft or maybe sign one because we need interior alignment? Yep. It's going to either come late in the draft or we're going to sign another free agent after they start cutting rosters down. Jimbo G says, hello, everyone. What up, though? Yes, and Cox in the second. Let's see. You're right, Luke. How can any quarterback be a 5-year starter, make it to the Super Bowl, and be a 2-time Pro Bowler without knowing how to read defenses? I don't know how. If he did do that, great. What's going to happen when I teach him how to read it? That means that he has potential that's never been tapped into. That's why when people be like, "Oh, they can talk about Stafford," I just laugh. Like, how y'all come up with this? Show me another quarterback who got that many yards and stats in this quote-unquote garbage time. It doesn't make sense. When will the Lions fans realize Goff is better than every quarterback in this draft? Good question, Lucky. I know what I get in Goff. I don't know what I get in the Trey Lance. I don't know what I get in the Justin Fields. I don't know what I get in the Zach Wilson or Trevor Lawrence. As much as I like Trevor Lawrence, it's a lot of other quarterbacks I like, and they didn't live up to the. I like to love me some Michael Vick, but after a while, when I realized, if he can't run, he's not doing as much. Right. But keep in mind, Lucky, I have fans telling me we should have took Fitzpatrick and Tyrod Taylor and tried to trade for Marcus Mariota. Remember those people. Don't make sense. Let's see what else y'all got in here. I'm looking at these questions. Do you think that Goff restructuring means we trade back for picks? Yes, I thought that they were going to trade the pick, period. The restructuring just basically sent the message to us, the fans, the media, and to Jared Goff that you are our quarterback for the future. But they always are looking to trade back to acquire more picks because they're trying to build a team. Plus, with that trade happening, it opens up the door for them to have space to get those picks and pay those rookies. So you got to have the space for that. I mean, you look up and you see how this all started. It started when they announced that they restructured the deal of Jamie Collins, because had he not did the restructure, he was gone. So, yes, do I think that had anything to do with the trade? No, they were going to trade anyway. But that deal does help for those trades that they're going to make. Let me see. No thank you on the O-line first round. I don't think the fans base want that, Luke. It's not about what they want. That comes from 7 Mile BG. Got a dope-ass name. I mean, let's be honest. I don't care what they want. They wanted Mike Williams. That worked out great. They wanted Charles Rogers. That worked out great. Like, I mean, just look at it. If we went by what the fans want, we really in trouble. That's the problem. We were picking players the fans wanted. There were fans who really wanted Eric Ebron. I mean, a good chunk of them. And then they were split between Eric Ebron and Aaron Donald. I don't care what the fans want. Because 9 times out of 10, like my children, just because they want it don't mean it's good for them. You got to be able to see the bigger picture. What helps anything? If your belief is you don't like Jared Goff, then we should be running the ball. What helps that more than an offensive lineman? You think going out getting a receiver going to help that? Nope. Getting a quarterback who's going to sit for at least 2 to 3 seasons going to help that? Nope. You want to go out and add more to the defense? Who cares if the offense can't score? No. So what can help it right now immediately? The offensive lineman. And why? Because it opens up everything else. It allows protection for the quarterback to throw. It allows lanes for the running backs to run. You think they went out and got Jamal Williams because they plan on throwing the ball 50, 45 times a game? No. No, we ain't doing that. They ain't got to like it. They got to respect it. They didn't like the Frank Ragnow pick. They in love with it now. It's like getting the chick that you thought was gonna be hot garbage and realizing she was fire. So they ain't gotta like it. What do you think about the Monty Rice, inside linebacker out of Georgia, 3rd or 4th round? I think it's a lot of teams who are looking for defensive help this year. He could last to the 3rd round. It's hard for me because I'm still trying to figure out what our defense is going to be. And so I have to be able to see that he can do more than just be what I think he is, which is I think it's going to be more suited for a 3-4. And I'm not sure we're going to be a 3-4. So, it's hard for me to say how I want to view it. Now, if I know what the defense is, then I can tell you more about him, but I'm not sure what our defense is going to be. But if you're telling me he's got the ability to play in any defense, which I only watched like one game of him, then take him. It's a late round pick. Jack Frost says, "What's up, Luke? Keep that good content, big fella. Hey, appreciate it." Let's see. Narratives glory in here right now, man. Listen, the narratives are strong, bro. He ran a 4.39, not a conspiracy. Oh, it's a conspiracy. You point me to the direction of what game you saw him look like he ran a 4.3 anything. Point me. Listen, stay with me. Hold on, bro. This is how I know this is some BS. I'm finna show you something. Hold on. We're gonna go back to Mr. Parsons. Let's go back to Parsons. All right, I'm gonna go back to his stuff. All right. Micah Parsons is 6'3", 245. All right. Isaiah Simmons. Y'all stay with me. Y'all know where I'm going to go with this. All right. Isaiah Simmons. All right. It's 6'4", 238. You go and put Isaiah Simmons side by side with Parsons and tell me he look like they running the same speed. How? How? It's a conspiracy for real, because he was dying fast in terms of draft position. No way he ran that. I just don't see it. Let's see. Garbage time is when the defense doesn't care if you throw, run the ball, or get down the field because you're down by like 3 or 4 scores with only a few minutes left. They'd rather you just burn clock. Okay. I guess it was garbage time when the Patriots went against the Falcons. And they continued to throw the ball in the game that they had well won if they just ran it. Okay. Nobody's going to say that Tom Brady in that comeback, throwing the ball as much as they did because they had to throw the ball, did that in garbage time. That's why I say garbage time is when you're up and you're just scoring to be adding on to your stats. It's sort of like if I got 100 points and I'm just going to keep shooting baskets. What's the point? Do you think Jamal Williams will have a breakout season as a Lion? No. I think he'll be a good complementary to DeAndre Swift, but I think Swift is going to get more touches because he's more versatile. He can catch the ball at the backfield. He can run between the tackles, outside the tackles. And then you got to look at the fact that they're going to bring Kerryon in on passing downs and draw plays and zone runs. And then on short yardage plays or cleanup aisle, then, they'll bring in Jamal. Breakout season as in him, getting 1,000 yards? Nah. Now, if that happened, I'd be happy because you will have 2 running backs close to 1,000. You can't beat that. Here's a conclusion matter. Who's the Lions pick at 7 or trade back with? There's going to be a man complaining. It is. In my opinion, we should take the offensive tackle. But the number one choice should be to trade back. Shay says, I don't know what they expect players to do when it's garbage time. Just run out the clock when there's 3 minutes left and you're down by 2 scores. Like, I don't know. I'm trying to figure out this logic too. And to me, a lot of the times when we look at it, it ain't gonna make no sense. It's just not gonna make no sense. What do you think of Derek Burns, linebacker out of Purdue? So somebody just told me about him it probably was you, Steve. I can't remember. Somebody just told me about him, and I'm only one game. Well, I'm gonna say a game and a half in on watching film on him. So far, if you put him with the right people in front of him, it like he can be okay. But I saw some things, which it's not just him. It's a lot of these linebackers this year where they just can't take on blocks right. They just can't. Like, I know Parsons blow blocks up and stuff, but that's because he's running at them while they in pass protection. I'm talking about when they coming at you and you got to get off of them. They're not doing a good job with this linebacking core for this year's draft. Leave no doubt, Campbell and my coach Yokes. Yep. Talk to him. What makes you think Okudah moving to safety would make him more effective? He doesn't have so one, you got to understand, Okudah loves contact. He loves contact. He does read the plays really fast and really well, right? His reaction is beautiful. The problem is you got him confined into a space where he now has to run with a player who he can't run with. Like, he don't have the speed. But at safety, I don't really got to run with you. I have to cover an area. And I believe he can cover an area. He's been brought in to be a quote-unquote shutdown man corner. I didn't see that in his college film. I just didn't. So when he goes to safety, similar to a lot of players like Quandre Diggs. Quandre Diggs was playing cornerback. It was like, okay. But he was even better at safety because you gave him room to roam. He wasn't asked to go step for step with some of these receivers. And it ain't just him. With people like Charles Woodson, you would have times where Charles Woodson would sit up there and he started losing a step. He went to safety. He got his mojo back because he ain't had the speed to keep running up some of these young bucks. So I think that's what makes him more effective is you put him in a wheelhouse to utilize his best skills, tackling, read, react, and go. That's it. The fact that will happen every offseason. Let me see. Didn't they say Stafford was hard to work with? Again, news, man. Would you rather a defensive pick at 7 knowing our offense is a better situation? No, because there's so many good players right now that will be able to still get those defensive players down the line. And the reason I believe that is because everybody is falling in love with the 40 right now. Everybody is like, oh, he ran this in the 40. This guy ran that in the 40. And the more they get hype about the 40, and the more that most of these teams need receivers, they're going to look at receivers, offensive linemen, and then defensive line. And so you're going to still have your pick for defense, for D-line, for linebacker, for safety, for cornerback. There's no reason to panic. We need it all anyway. I heard that Penn State mascot ran a 4.5 at the pro day. I believe it. Everybody ran a 4.5, man. It's ridiculous. I just don't see it. The game film don't show me a guy with that kind of speed. Now Tyrod as a backup, I want it, but oh well. Well, Tyrod, I think now is on the team. I think he signed with somebody. I forgot who. I'm trying to think who the hell he signed with. But bro, we didn't need no damn Tyrod Taylor. Yeah, Trevor Lawrence got the same chance of being a bust as anyone else in this draft. Agree. I don't hate Matthew Stafford. I just hate the way he played in big games. I don't know what big games you was watching. I can name a bunch of big games, and I can't blame him for them L's. If Kenny Galladay catch the damn ball, you know what? Let me see if I can find that play. I'm gonna do it. Let me do it another day. If I can find that play that show if Kenny Galladay catch the ball as a touchdown, we're not complaining. People would know, but nobody want to talk about that. Let me see what else we got. Y'all, this y'all time to put those questions in there. The Lions have listened to the fans in the past. Where did that take us? No damn where. If the front office is doing what the fan base want, we're in big trouble. Facts. I did not want Charles Rogers. You'd be surprised. I'm telling you, when we got Charles Rogers, I listened to all them radio shows and everything. Fans was lit. Man, we got Charles Rogers, and they wanted him bad. If you don't believe me, call 97.1 The Ticket, talk to Mike Valenti, that's everybody's favorite person to listen to, and ask them, were the Lions fans hyped about getting Charles Rogers? If Holmes is in love with Slater, it's going to take a lot to move out of 7. It just is what it is. You take the best prospects that you can get. If teams thought we wanted a quarterback, they would have jumped ahead of us, not trade with us. No, I'm going to tell you why they will trade with us. How much more is it going to cost you to get to like 4? So you know it's going to cost you an arm, a leg, a heart, a kidney, a lung, and probably a pancreas to get from a certain point from like 10 to 1. Look what was given up in the last recent drafts for the Rams to move up to get Goff, for the Bears move to get Trubisky, and so forth and so on. So it costs more. When you were out of that top 5, you have a little bit more trade power because guess what? It's not going to cost you as much. And it's the same thing where if you go into that top 10 to 15, don't cost as much. It's a reason why if you go back and you look at those years where the Lions traded back into the first round, we traded back into the first round with teams who didn't care because it didn't cost that much. So if they want to jump us, they're going to pay a whole lot to make that jump. And they better make sure that pick that they jump us for made a difference. Otherwise, they're going to do the Mike Ditka and be fired. Just saying. Let's see. Make sure I get all y'all questions, man. I'm trying to knock them out. Should have took Andre Johnson. Let's see. If Slater was gone before 7, who would be your next person you would take? Well, if Slater is gone, then you telling me Sewell don't made it to us, and so we still got to tackle. So now if you telling me Slater and Sewell are gone, now you telling me that Jamar Chase made it down to us. So right? Or Michael Pitts, or I mean not Michael Pitts, but Kyle Pitts don't made it to us. So now I got a receiver. But if you go into the packing order about what can help you immediately, that's how I'm doing it. I'm doing it based on what helps me immediately. I don't see a defensive player that I think is worthy of a top 10 pick. These fans don't know. Please don't listen to the fans. Please don't. I'm with you. I don't want that. I wanted Darquez Dennard that draft. I was fuming when they took Ebron. Well, neither of them really did much of anything. So, again, I'm not going to lie. I had a problem with T.J. Hockenson when I drafted him. I didn't have a problem with that pick. Huh? I'm not going to lie. I had a problem with T.J. Hockenson. Oh, when they drafted him, I did have a problem with that pick. Right. That's what I'm saying. Not a Lion fan bus says, what's going on, Sir Luke? Who you say, Jeremy? I'm gonna call him Jock. I'm not gonna play with him. Or a Caesar, Ordre in the 3-4. In the 3-4, I'm probably going to go with C's. I think Jock can do both the 3-4 and the 4-3, but if I'm doing a 3-4, I'm probably going with C's in my opinion. I would prefer a trade back above any player in this draft. Facts. And I think that's what they prefer too. Most of the Lions' money is on offense, so if we follow the money, a defensive pick at 7 makes the most sense, right? No. You follow the money because the money tells you where to lead you to. So now you got to play the game, right? The amount of money that you will spend has already been spent through free agency. So they're filling little spots here and there, but we still following the money. And yes, we know that the offense has more money invested into it, but this is why we have draft capital for the next 2 years. They want to get more draft capital because they know they can get a number of players this year that's going to help them with the money down the road. So think about it. If I take one player at 7 for defense, right? That's one player at 7 at defense. Great. Now I got to try to still fill out my other holes in the later parts of the draft. So what am I more likely going to have an opportunity at? Is it going to be I have an opportunity at a defensive player in the 2nd or 3rd round? Or say if they really wanted to go out further and get a receiver, can I get a receiver in the rounds 2nd, 3, and 4? Yes. So I think what they do is they trade back, acquire more picks, and when they get back, then they'll take a defensive player because they'll now have more picks to justify that pick by being able to use that money over people who are going to be cornerstones for the team for years to come. That's how I see it going. The money just simply lets you know where they're heading. So when I go through and I follow the money, I say, who saves the money? What is the money situation? And how can they use that money that is freed up to add to the pot? That's why I said people like Charles Harris and Alonzo, those are good hires because they don't cost you nothing. They're dirt cheap filler guys that people are giving up on, but they got something in the tank. Western Michigan Pro Day was today. Do you know what Dwayne Extras ran in the 40? I do not. Tell me, James Willis. Tell me. I know what them Penn State kids ran because my chat got blew up. Like, I'm not even playing. Lucky, tell me the defensive player you would take at 7. I don't see nobody worthy of a top 10 pick. I just don't. Just know he pretty good in coverage. All right, let's see. Will Parsons work well in the 3-4 or 4-3? I think he's better served in the 3-4. That's just me. I think if you take Parsons and you put him in the 3-4, you're going to get everything out of him. In the 4-3, he's going to be stationed at the inside linebacker, and you're going to have to ask him to cover. It's not happening. I'm not saying he can't improve. I just don't see it happening. Let's see. I'm going to hit on a few more. Top 3 conspiracies. JFK, the moon landing, Michael Parsons 40 times. Good point. And still don't want him. Let's see. At 7, I would take a cornerback. Why? Why, Lucky? Think about it. If you're taking a cornerback, stay with me. Where is he playing? You got 2 young cornerbacks. You just made an investment in a cornerback, 3rd overall last year with Okuda, and then you got Amani Oruwariye. So if you take another cornerback, okay, like, why? Now, if you say you want Jeremiah, okay, you want Jock, okay, you want Jock. But if you trade down to say 10 or 12, if you go through the draft order, who needs a linebacker that bad? You don't have to get him at 7. You can just trade down. Let's see. Elijah Moore. Don't watch highlights. Watch every snap. You'll be surprised what you see. Let me see. Let me go through. Keep going. I agree. That's what happened to a lot of games. Give it up, bro. Stafford there. Not a winner. Joey, I'm good on cornerback at 7. Let me see. I'm make sure I don't miss nobody. Penn State got the fastest players, or they all ran the same faulty clock. I'm telling you. Listen, bro. No. No, do not buy into the hype. Don't believe the hype. You know what I mean? With that old saying, the greatest trick the devil ever played on the world is convincing him he don't exist. Don't get caught up in that. Ram House says, Luke G, did you see the article on ESPN about Goff and McVay? I did. I talked about it. I called it a bunch of garbage. The only thing in that article that I think I might agree with is the fact that McVay also admitted that he could be the reason why Goff did not succeed further. That's taking half belief or half-ass truth about the reality. You can't keep throwing the ball all the time like it's doing something. Technical Jeff, Luke, did you hear the Lions have talked to Parsons? I did. Y'all going different ones. Y'all see why I started to show off with the Parsons thing? I'm telling you, man. I got lit up. I was like, bruh. I'm like, I can't believe this because he ran a fast, man, please. No pads on or nothing. They should make all them football players run with pads on. I swear. Watch how some of them times start looking real strange. Put the pads on, cleats and everything, and tell them to run. Watch how unorthodox they look, and they ain't going to look so damn fast. I'm just telling you. The game field tells me what I need to know. Let me see. I'm going to keep going down here. I think Cornell Powell can be at least a good number 2 wide receiver, and he's a good special teams player. Let me get down to the bottom. Hit on some of these other ones. I ran an unofficial 4.25 today at Penn State Pro Day. Lions want to meet with me. I mean, you know what? That should be the running joke for right now. Everybody, tell me what you ran at Penn State's Pro Day. I got a 4.25 so far. So right now he's winning. Okay. What did you run at Penn State's Pro Day today, bro? I think it was Steve-O that said you averaged it out. They averaged out at a 4.44. No way, bro. I didn't see that kind of defense. I didn't. Pitts can be a receiver. Would you take him at 7? Yes. Yes, I would. So I think they're going to look for the offensive lineman, but if he's not there, they'll literally take the weapon, the talent that's going to be a nightmare. If I put him at tight end, what are you going to do? Put a linebacker on him? Nope. Put a safety on him? Okay, now you're really giving yourself up because we added some speedy guys. So, okay, congratulations. You played yourself. I mean, how you going to do this? I'll take Waddles at 7 or a quarterback. We're going to suck anyways. I think you'll be shocked. Amani Yo has to play better. Also, not just Okuda. I agree they all got to play better. But let's be honest. Who did play well in Patricia's system? Not even Romeo played well. He just kept going. Good for him. Damn, Looney Tunes says he ran a 3.7 at Penn State's Pro Day. What y'all talking about? Everybody running it. Let's see. Josh Cooper said he ran a 4.24. I'm going to hear you. Let's see. I ran a 4.24 in the mix. All right. Dang. Zachary Gray said he ran a 4.12. Y'all not running hard enough, man. It's Pro Day. Tokyo say I ran a 3.2. That's what's up. Dang, Josh Cooper. This the real beast right here. He did 51 reps on the bench press of 225. I mean, everybody here should be, man, listen, y'all, wait till y'all hear what I did at Penn State Pro Day. Y'all think y'all did something great. Wait till you hear what I did. 419, and I did it with pads on just a flex. Boss move. I hear you, Jacob. Boss. I mean, let's be honest. Let's see. Tokyo 4.2. I ran a 4.79 at Penn State Pro Day today, but did I mention I need a cane just to walk to the bathroom? I feel bad for you, Scott. That boy said, I run like the water boy. Okay. I only ran a 4.6 at Penn State today in the 100-yard dash. Talk to them boys. Y'all not paying attention. I ran a 3.5 at Penn State. Dude, I don't know why I'm having fun with this. This is terrible. Jimbo G came through. He said, I did 65 reps at the Pro Day. You did 51. You got to step your game up. Oh, my God. Ramon said he had a 65-inch vertical. I mean, listen, I flew. Literally took 2 steps and flew in the sky like Superman at Penn State's Pro Day. And I never came back down. Boss. I mean, if they just gonna lie about it, we might as well join in on the lie. we just might as well join in on the lie. I love this in the mix. Detroit got the fastest mofos. I'm just saying. Josh Cooper says, Luke G Field Review, I hope Lions draft Slater. It makes the most sense. Lucky says, I ran a 4.2 in Kroger's aisle 9, bro. Elo says, we need Sewell. I'm telling y'all, we're going to regret passing on him in 2 years. I mean, I'm not going to knock you on him. I'm not turning him down, and I'm not turning down Slater. But they need to take an offensive lineman. It makes the most sense. And I think they will take an offensive lineman if they don't get the trade. So, calling my shot before draft even happened. I ran a 1.46 in the 8. Parsons with the 4.3 speed is real deal. Man, that is not real, Jay White. I promise you it's not real, bro. Bro, show me a game where he ran a 4.3, bro. Show me. Show me the game. Somebody told me go look at Ohio State. I watched Ohio State, and I saw the first play I saw was a chance for him to show me that he ran that speed. That did not happen, bro. You know, go like I said, I ran a 1.5 and teleported. I appreciate y'all having fun with me, man. I really am. It just makes the most sense. You know, what else can we do? And let me see. They got me on NFL Network walking down Rich Eyes. He didn't say running them down. He walked them down. Thank you, Luke. Tackle is one of the most important positions in football. Slater or Sewell will set us up for the season for years. I just think it makes the most sense, and I think they will look at that position on top of being able to say, you know what? This just makes the most sense. Let me see. Let me go ahead and keep the look. Luke G, what do you think about next year's college quarterback group? I think that they got some good talent there. And I think depending on where you're drafting, you're going to find some good talented players. Anybody who has a chance to kind of come out later is going to have an advantage. Like, so for example, you look at those people who came out during the pandemic year. You couldn't really gauge on what they was going to be, what they was going to do, because they were playing a few games here and there, in rhythm, out of rhythm. Then you got this year's coming out. They had a little bit more time to kind of navigate through it, but again, still not so much in rhythm. Next year, by this time, most of the damn population will be vaccinated, and hopefully this thing will be dying down a little bit slower. So, I mean, I think that the next year's quarterback class got some promise. If no trade, Sewell Slater is gone. Who are you taking at 7? Pitts, hands down, Pitts, because I can create things with him that I can't do with other people. I could put his hand in the dirt, and you be like, "Oh, I got to treat him like a tight end." Yeah, you do. I could take him and put him in a slot. And now, if you think about it, who third cornerback is like 6'6"? Nobody. like I got options. So Pitts. Luke, really enjoy your podcast. Keep them coming. You're awesome. Hey, I appreciate that, man, Stuart. I try to have fun when I can, and I try to be honest and open about the reality of things. For real, though, every year there is a distinction difference between combine and pro day. It is. I don't understand this, bro. I don't understand this. Like, because the pro day is trying to make sure they know that people go crazy over speed. So they're trying to make sure they get it done. What if Spellman loved Parson and they take him at 7? Then they took him at 7. I mean, listen, I can't kill the Lions for taking something that they need. When we took Okuda, I wanted to kill him. We needed a cornerback. I wanted to kill him, but I thought we reached. Because he was not going to be what you thought he was. He was not worthy of a top 10 pick. And then you're going to look at all the cornerbacks who came out after him. You know, Henderson and... they just had better years. Why? Because they was available. So if he took him, he took him. I'm not killing the Lions for stuff like this. We need stuff. But Parsons ain't the answer. And if we take Parsons, I don't want to hear people complaining when they say he can't cover. Kyle Pitts would be a deadly trick player if he's a tight end, this play, or a wide receiver. That's what I'm saying. It makes the most sense to me, but I think the best would be that. Make sure y'all hit that like button. Appreciate you, Looney. I'm gonna get up out of here, man. I do appreciate all of the 40 times, but that's gonna be the theme for this video. When you come and watch this video and you go in the chat, I want to know what did you do at Penn State's Pro Day? Apparently, a DN who is not even ranked in the top 10 DNs, I don't think, ran a 4.38. Okay. I mean, if you believe it, okay. I'm just saying. What can I say? I have a feeling Sheila lit a fire under Charles Harris's butt. Yep. But she understood the direction. I'm not asking you to come in here and be a superstar. I'm asking you to do one thing and one thing only. Get to the damn quarterback. Lucky says, do you think Kerryon Johnson will have a good season with so much competition ahead of him? If you're talking about big numbers for like fantasy, no. He's going to be brought in on passing downs, a few short yardage games, even 2 running back sets. But nope. All right, good people. Let me give you the final thought and give you some my positive quote, because I gotta bring some positivity into the building. Oh man, listen, good people. This one's gonna get deep. All right, this one's gonna get real deep. First of all, I believe we are still doing a roundtable tonight on the SpeakEZ Podcast. So make sure you come over there and join us and check that out. So shout out to him. He'll be the one hosting it. And then secondly, let me give you my positive quote. Today's positive quote comes from the internet. You're gonna say, what the hell that means, the internet? This is the craziest thing. I don't know if y'all know this or not, people, but there's this thing called opportunity. And you see, we tend to create situations out of opportunity. So I decided to use the internet as my quote. Why? Because the internet teaches us a thing. When we want to know something and we really want to know, we have no problem Googling it or going to Bing or Yahoo or any of these other search websites to try to find it. We simply just go in and we search hard until we get answers that we want. But when it comes time for us to search ourselves about what kind of person are we, about how we're helping advance the person behind us and the person to the left and the right, we often seem to just be asleep, just dead at the wheel. I'm going to challenge you to start to take a little bit more time in your day to survey yourself, to search yourself. Put in the work and the time into building yourself up. Now, you may be thinking, what does it got to do with anything being positive, Luke? Because it's about self-control, self-discipline. It's about being able to be the captain of your own ship. Too many times y'all letting other people in the driver's seat and wondering why you got to destinations you didn't want to go to. You got to be the driver. So for me, today's positive quote is simply be this. Take a self-evaluation and ask yourself, am I the best me? And if the answer is no, do something about it to get better. And if the answer is yes, then do something about it to make the person behind you, the person to your left, the person to your right, the person in front of you, and those who come after you just as good as you. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, please make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. I will be back at it again with another video talking some more Detroit Lions sports tomorrow. So stay tuned. And as always, don't be no chump. Please do your research. We are out.